And for more on the U.S.-South Korean military drill, correspondent Jack Barton in Seoul. Jack, tell us more about this annual freedom exercise. What is aiming at this time?
Well, the South Korean government, as well as the United States, says that these exercises are really going to look at situations that have either already happened or threats that are considered more imminent than a full-scale invasion or a potential nuclear strike. Threats like Pyongyang's ability to disrupt the global positioning system, the GPS, something that Seoul says it's already done on numerous occasions, disrupting flights in the south, shipping lanes, mobile phone services. Also, the exercises will focus on cyber terrorism as well as mundane hacking, looking at either disrupting systems or espionage. All of this is considered a heightened risk, not just because of the exercises, but because of a number of high-profile defections recently, we've seen a lot of public anger about this in Pyongyang. But to achieve all of this, it's not just those military forces you mentioned. There's going to be a full mobilization of government agencies, around 4,000 in total. There'll be testing of nuclear facilities, ports, airports, and we're told altogether there will be almost 500,000 government employees involved in these drills.
And have we heard anything from the North diplomatically and militarily? And will this kind of a war game raise tensions, further tensions on the peninsula?
You know, we've already seen those tensions raised today. There's already been a very angry response from Pyongyang, a statement released by the military saying it's prepared to reduce Seoul and Washington to ashes with what it describes as a Korean-style preemptive nuclear strike if it perceives any threat to the DPRK. The military also said it had its first strike units on standby in case that eventuality arose. And we can listen now to a little bit of the response to all of this from the spokesman from South Korea's Unification Ministry.
We define Pyongyang's acts of threatening us with a nuclear first strike attack and making such highly threatening remarks as regretful acts that should not be made. We hope that North Korea will follow a correct path by ceasing such provocative behavior, suspending its nuclear and missile developments, and
one of the big concerns is that an accident in these types of drills may turn into a conflict, because at the start of the year, Pyongyang cut both of the hotlines to the south, one to the government and one to the military. And last month, it also cut its last hotline to the United States. So if there is an incident, if anything happens now, there is no quick line of communication between Pyongyang and either Seoul or Washington that might resolve it.
All right. Thank you very much, Jack, for your reporting. Actually, South Korea has been strengthening its naval power and ground forces to establish military dominance around the peninsula. And at the beginning of June, the South Korean Navy launched its most advanced frigate, the Daegu. The ship is part of a program that will be building 6 to 9 more vessels in the coming years. The ROK Navy currently operates 3 Aegis-equipped guided missile destroyers and 5 regular Incheon-class frigates. Seoul and Washington have also agreed to deploy a THAAD missile defense system, which they say is intended to intercept intermediate-range ballistic missiles from the DPRK.